Hi, it's Dr. Kim Marie. I want to talk today about mindset, about being happy, and about why some people are more happy than others, and is their life easier, right? So mindset has so much to do with our joy, like how we experience life, right? We all have obstacles, we all have things that get thrown in our path, but the bottom line is we get to decide how we respond to that. I'm sure you've heard that before. I'm sure, but I was at the chiropractor today, and I had tried one of the different chiropractors in the office, and I had made it I thought that she wouldn't be powerful, this tiny little chiropractor, but she really was. She was amazing. Actually, she got my neck better than a lot of people, which I was very impressed with. But I noticed that she said, oh, I'm getting old, and she made that comment like 2 or 3 times, that she's getting old and that, it's starting to wear on her. And I finally said, how old are you? And she said 34. I said, oh, that's my daughter's age, and that's actually my younger of the 2 children. And I felt, well, that's not me. Like, I don't feel that way. I said, well, and I said it's my daughter's age, and I was thinking I didn't take on the old, because I don't feel old, and I know better than to tell myself that I'm old, because really words are so powerful. And to actually make it come out of your mouth is 10 times more powerful than thinking it. And we know the thoughts that are in our heads. I call them the town idiots. I call them the town idiots for a reason. Because as quickly as we get inspired, remember I always say the bigger the front, the bigger the back. There's 2 sides to the coin. We get inspired, we're connected, we have all this brilliance, and then we have these big, fat, well-fed town idiots right there to try to trip us and take us out of the game. And we get to decide which one we want to feed. They always say, like the 2 wolves, which one do you feed? And that's it. It's a constant clearing. It's a constant mining of, just making sure that you're choosing which thought you want to feed. And then what comes out of your mouth is so important, because really words have so much power. If we're consistently telling ourselves things. I remember years ago when I did personal training, and a client would stand in the mirror and say, my bad shoulder, or claiming limitations. And I've done this through the years, done muscle testing on people where you hold your arm, they hold their arm up, and you test their strength just with like 2 fingers. You test their strength, and then you have them say a positive statement, and you feel how strong their arm is. And then you have them say a disempowering statement like, I'm old, or my bad shoulder, and their arm cannot stay up. It's amazing. Your body, your spirit is telling you, your spirit, and when it lands in the spirit and we start to feel that way, it does affect our physical body. When you do, and the opposite is when you do healing on yourself. Your words are powerful. Your thoughts, your beliefs have everything to do with how your body responds and how it can heal itself. That's how I was able to heal my arm in that car accident where they told me I'd never be able to use my arm in the same way again. And yesterday I went and did 3 sets of over 30 and 40 push-ups. So because in my mind, that's what I was going back to, even though I was over 40 when I got into the car accident and shattered my forearm. Your body has the ability to heal itself, and we have to tune into the frequency of healing, right? It is a frequency. Gratitude gets you in that frequency. Compassion gets you in that unconditional love. But if you can't unconditionally love anything or anybody if you have conditions on the love that you give yourself, right? Anything that you give out has to be able to filter through you. So really think about that. A lot of times we feel like we're shortchanged in relationships, and we feel like an angry giver. That's a cue that you're not loving yourself. That's a cue that the love is not filtering through you first. that you're giving like kind of an either or mindset. You're giving over there thinking, well, then you'll get rewarded over here. That's kind of the mindset we were raised in, but that's not the way it works. It really is, put the oxygen mask on first, then you can give from overflow. You have the strength to give. You're feeling loved, you're feeling celebrated, you're feeling nourished. Therefore, you're thriving. And when you're thriving, you don't show up in any relationship fragmented and broken, looking for the missing pieces over here. You show up whole, and then you attract people, because now you're in that vibration of wholeness. Now you're attracting from a place of wholeness, and now you're just sharing, and it's wonderful. It's a dance, it's playful, it's light, it's deep, it's all of those things. But it's from a place of wholeness. It's from a place of honor. You can't honor someone else if you can't honor yourself. So watch your words, watch your thoughts. There's always disempowering thoughts. There's always the town idiot ready to serve us lunch, right? We get to decide whether we are going to feed it or we're just going to notice it and go, you know what, that's not my truth. Like when that woman said she's old multiple times, I just like, you know, there are so many people that would say, and I've heard people say this, well, she thinks she's old. Is she calling me old? That is not even in my, I don't even have to navigate that, because I am so clear that I am not old. I am so clear that age, it has nothing, you know, the number has nothing to do with who you are. And there's a little child inside, there's an essence in all of us, and that playfulness can be tapped into at any moment, or it can be forgotten. And so tap into that part of yourself, and just be the best version of yourself. Be careful how you talk to yourself. Be careful the words you use out loud, and clean up the words that you use in your mind. Shoo them away and get back into the inspired connection. And yeah, I hope that your day is magical. Love you lots. And check me out on YouTube, Dr. Kimmery, or Kimmery Mishinga 1111. There's hundreds of videos, and hopefully I inspire you. Definitely, if you want to ask me a question, you want to leave a comment, that's always helpful. And just find out how you can work with me. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.